Hello everybody, it's me. Can you believe I am live after so long? Hello. I was actually gonna try out a recipe for Gulab Jamun. I kind of like put one together and I was just about to try it out. Got my stuff laid out here. Showing you. I got my stuff laid out here. So I thought, why not just come on live and do it live and make a fool out of myself on live. Nice to see you all again. Well, I can't physically see you, but you know what I mean. Thank you for joining me. A lot of effort has gone into building my page this far, and I am on a little bit of a breakish, slowly getting back into it kind of phase. But thank you so much for all your patience and waiting for me to carry on. I'm going to be attempting to make some Gulab Jamun today, so let's just try it and see how we get on for Eid's coming around the corner. So if it goes well, I can share this recipe with you guys, and if it doesn't, then I won't. Simple as that. So milk powder, you can buy it milk powder in a lot of Asian grocery stores. I think even now, like if you go to like Tesco or Asda, they have it in their world food section or their Asian section. And you want pure milk powder, I think. I don't think you want the like stuff with other stuff mixed into it, so assume anyway. 225 grams. So to that we're going to add 70 grams of self-raising flour, because self-raising flour already has baking powder in it, so we don't need to add any raising agents then. So 70 grams of this. I have a feeling it's going to make a lot of Gulab Jamun. So far I've put milk powder and self-raising flour in a bowl. I'm going to just mix them together so that they're basically mixed up. So if you wanted to, you could probably use plain flour and then add some baking powder into it. But I'm just cheating and using self-raising flour. Obviously if you live in a country that doesn't have self-raising flour, you just use plain flour and then add some baking powder to it. So let's put that aside. We're going to like knead that with some warm milk. So I'm going to measure out some milk, 215 milliliters milk. I'm going to warm it up and then I'm going to add it slowly. I might not need all the milk, but we're going to see that in the microwave. I don't know if you guys have seen that meme of Nigella when she says microwave. I just want this warm, so 50 seconds should be enough. So that is warm now. So clean hands, my hands are clean. And we're going to add it slowly and then we're going to bring it together. Shall I start off with a spoon and then we'll go in with our hands after, once it's kind of come together, yeah? Because we're going to knead it until it like, basically it just becomes a soft dough. I need to make sure that the balls that I make don't have any cracks. That's the key thing. Should we attempt one and see? Because it feels a bit sticky, so I'm just thinking if I roll it, then will all the cracks go away? Oh yeah, look. Well, it's still kind of a little bit cracky actually. I think maybe it needs a little bit more kneading, or a tiny little bit more liquid. So I'll wet my hand with the milk a little bit actually, rather than pouring it on. And then we'll knead it. When you soak them in the sugar syrup, they get really big, so it's best to make them quite small. An inch or about an inch. Should we weigh? Should we be extra? Should we weigh each one? And then do them all the same weight. So we do 10 grams for each. Yeah, 10 grams for each one, because I'm extra. We'll weigh each ball. How cute is that? Oh my days, we're gonna make Gulab Jamun. Lovely, lovely. Make sure that they have no cracks. Bang on 10 that was. Oh, I'm getting good at this. Make my syrup in this big pot because I think they need space to kind of once you put them in the syrup, they kind of puff up, if you like, or they absorb the syrup and go big. So I thought a bigger pot would probably be better for the syrup. So in the syrup, we have sugar and water. I can't speak. Basically going to make a simple syrup. Squirt of lemon juice. Gulab Jamun is meant to have rose water in there, guys, because gulab means rose, you know. So it's supposed to have rose water in there, but I don't even like rose syrup, so I'm not going to put it in there. I'm not going to do it. Someone's suggesting put vanilla essence and rose essence together. Vanilla sounds good. I'm going to do vanilla because you know what? Desis don't eat enough vanilla, so let's do the vanilla. I'll blob the vanilla in there because you said. I'm going to do cardamom, definitely. I'm not doing rose. So this is actually probably not gulab jamun at all. This is not gulab jamun, this is cardamom jamun. So we'll chuck a few of them in there, cardamom pods. We'll chuck about 4 or 5 of these cardamom pods in there. I love the smell of these. We're going to put this on the heat now to heat up. I'm just going to stick it on the back heat and just let it do its thing. I'll kind of stir the sugar so it doesn't burn at the bottom. But we're going to stick it on the heat and then let that kind of bubble and cook away. And meanwhile, we'll fry the gulab jamun. Let's put some oil on. So I'm going to heat up the oil and then I'm going to turn it down to like medium to low, because basically you want them to go really brown, but you want to make sure that they're cooked in the middle, because if they're not, then they go really hard in the middle, and that's where you need to kind of make sure that you do it right. Basically, I'm just stirring the syrup, guys. Really hot enough, so let's blob them in. We're going to do a few at a time, not too many. Just because so they have enough space. So I'll put the oil on a low now, guys, and we just want to make sure that we brown these properly, like completely, but on a low. So basically there's not much oil in here because simply I didn't have that much oil at home and I didn't want to go to the shops to get some more. That's why there's less oil in here. Put the gulab jamun in now. Turned it off. Are we going in warm, yeah? Bismillah. I'll make some more syrup later. So these gulab jamun were basically a trial recipe that I made on live today. And I've adjusted the recipe according to what changes needed to be made. And I've posted the adjusted recipe in the description box below. So all the measurements are correct in the recipe that I have posted with this video. I ended up making more syrup because the first batch that I did, I cooked it too much. So what you want to do is cook your syrup for just 5 or so minutes, not longer than that. Okay, so you need plenty of syrup to be able to soak your gulab jamun in, to make sure that it goes all the way through. If there is anything that you don't understand, feel free to ask me in the comments below and I'll happily answer any questions that you have regarding this gulab jamun recipe. You basically, once you've made the syrup, make sure you put the gulab jamun in while the syrup is hot and allow it to sit in the syrup for as long as you like. Pretty, aren't they? And I think these ones are the ones that we made before. They're soft, look. They're starting to absorb the syrup. And these are the new ones that I put in. So I'm going to leave them in there. And then we'll see what happens after half an hour. I'll put it on my stories for you guys to see how they turn out. Yay! Yay! Thank you so much for joining me on today's live, everybody who joined me for my attempt at making gulab jamun. Take care, guys. It was nice chatting with you again after a long time.